What's going on, y'all? This is John Alsace with Face Mask Fantasy. We got new up-to-date fantasy content coming your way every day on this channel, so if you have not subscribed already, then please hit that button. But before we get into our main topic for today, my co-host Nick Payne put in a ton of work to give you guys a free 2021 redraft draft kit available on our website, which can be found at facemaskpod.com. It's a great piece of content, something that other analysts might be charging you for, but we're giving it to you for free. So without further ado, let's get into some fantasy talk, and today we're going to talk about Michael Strahan. Now, the Colts selected Charleston wide receiver Mike Strahan with the 229th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. He's a 7th rounder, and he comes into the league at 6'5", 226 pounds. In college, he caught 127 passes for 2,332 yards and 27 touchdowns in 3 years at Division II Charleston. He had back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in 2018 and 2019, and that was before the Charleston 2020 season, which was postponed due to COVID-19. So he posted pretty decent production, but it was against subpar competition, and it was 2 years ago. But Strahan profiles as a size-speed project for the Colts that they hope to develop into a vertical threat later in his career. Though as a 7th round pick, it's fair to wonder if he would have been drafted in any other year, because in 2020 the NCAA granted everybody an extra year of eligibility due to the pandemic. The 2021 NFL Draft actually had about 1/3 the number of prospects as a normal year because so many players opted to return to school to improve their draft stock following sitting out for the 2020 COVID season. Many of those prospects could have been day 3 picks that might have pushed Strahan off of the draft board into that undrafted free agent pool. And I know this is a lot of projection, but with such a fringe prospect in such a weird draft situation, you have to take it into account, even though he was technically drafted, and I am projecting. But that said, he would be the tallest wideout on the Colts roster, and he could be a playmaker inside the red zone for this team. We saw how Indianapolis used tight end Mo Alie-Cox inside the red zone and put him in the position to stretch the field and make plays as a very tall wide receiver out there from the tight end position. There weren't many DBs in the league that were able to match up to Mo Alie-Cox on the field, and the Colts could use Strahan in the same kind of role in the red zone as soon as this season in one-on-one situations. And we saw a similar prospect in Colin Johnson for the Jaguars have fantasy value for the last few weeks of the season. We could theoretically see the same type of usage from Strahan if he proves to be a quick study and injuries were to hit the Colts wide receiver group in 2021 like they did in 2020 when Pittman and Campbell were out for multiple weeks. In the short term, 7th round pick, just a depth guy. He might even open the season on the practice squad, in which case he's not somebody that you're investing in a season-long league. He's not somebody that you're investing in redraft, and he's not somebody that you're investing in DFS, especially since the starting quarterback, Carson Wentz, is going to be out for at least 6 weeks. And we don't know who's going to be the starter. It could be Jacob Eason. It could be Sam Ehlinger. I personally think it's going to be Ehlinger, and I think he's going to do decent. But again, that's all speculation. But where Michael Strahan really has value is in dynasty leagues, because long term, with T.Y. Hilton getting older, Michael Pittman Jr. could be primed for that Colts #1 wide receiver role as soon as 2022, but after him, it's going to be an open competition between Paris Campbell and Mike Strahan, and they could re-sign T.Y. Hilton, they could re-sign Zach Pascal, but Mike Strahan, if he's a quick study, has the inside shot to become the wide receiver 3 for this team, if not the wide receiver 2, by next season. It's not quite the long shot that you would think it might be. So in season long in DFS, he's not really worth a look. To me, he's only worth a look in Dynasty, but in Dynasty, he could have value as soon as next season. But then again, you could see this team go out and do what Jacksonville did and just bury Colin Johnson, or in this case, Mike Strahan, on the depth chart. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think, like me, that Mike Strahan isn't going to make much noise this year, but might have the inside shot to get the wide receiver 3 job or even the wide receiver 2 job as soon as next season? Put your thoughts in the comment section below. My name is John Alsace. This is Face Mask Fantasy. We're bringing you new up-to-date fantasy content every day on this channel, so if you have not subscribed already, please do. Thank you for listening and have a great day.